Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Gardening in Cold Spring Harbor. I hope everyone is doing well, everyone is healthy and happy. We are in Long Island, New York, Zone 7A. So today we are still in winter. We are at the very last bit of winter season here, but it definitely feels a lot more like spring, guys. Today it is sunny, the skies are blue, temperatures are warmer, much warmer. Today we hit 55 degrees Fahrenheit, you guys. Birds are chirping, sun is shining. So I wanted to give you guys a tour. Yes, a late winter tour of my home garden, you guys. We are going to hit spring season very soon. So before winter runs out, I wanted to show you what is still in dormancy, what already came up from the ground, and what's already even bloomed for me here in Zone 7A. Again, if you like this video, thumbs up. Go below this video and click thumbs up. Leave your comments below. Tell me all about your home gardens. What is going on with your garden now in beginning of March? And subscribe to my channel so you never ever miss new upcoming episodes. Come on, let's go take a look at my garden. So here we are, guys. We are in the middle of my two driveways. I'm sure you have seen this fountain behind me in my previous videos. So I do have my roses growing right over here in front of it. I apologize for the shadow, you guys. As you could see, again, it's a very warm, sunny day here. So the roses, I pruned them in the fall season. Last fall, you could see they're pruned back. There are no new leaves just yet, but there are new buds, and you could see them over here. So these red burgundy bumps are the new leaf buds. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 rose bushes growing over here in the front. I have my crepe myrtle tree. This one is a darker red flowering crepe myrtle. As you could see, it is still dormant. You can even see the tiny little buds from last year, the flowering buds. No new leaves, no new growth just yet. But I did notice growth, you guys. Look at this. Look at the spring flowers. They already came up and they bloomed. You have this gorgeous purple and the yellow, guys. Look more right over there. So I have my spring flowering bulbs on the outer perimeter of this landscaping space. You could see the tulips over here. They already sprouted from the ground. There's another one. There is another one. But they did not bloom yet, of course, as we're still in the winter. But these guys are loving the sun. Look at that. So again, the perimeter, you have all of my tulips over there. Look at all these sprouted spring bulbs, you guys. They're everywhere. You could see all the tulips. So here I have my fern, still very, very dead looking per se. It is still dormant. Here you could see my, excuse me, let me get a better angle. There you go. You could see my hostas. Yes, these are my hosta plants. So I have them growing in a straight line, as you could see. Yes, they're still all dormant for the winter season. Over here in this little garden area, which leads to my backyard, I have these beauties growing over here, these plants. They are perennials, but as you could see, they are still sitting there. They have not shown new spring growth just yet. And these are my mini carnation. These are the perennial plants. As you could see, this is the old growth from last year. So the brown, I did prune these guys as well in the fall. So the green, these fresh little baby leaves, of course, that is the new growth for this season. I have my tulips that came up. More tulips over here. This is also a mini carnation. This one is still dormant. This one over here also started to sprout new leaves. You could see them over here. This is this year's growth. See, it's coming right up from the ground. And of course, this one, I think this plant is doing the best out of my 4 mini carnation plants. This sprouted the most new growth so far this growing. So here I have some of my mature established azalea bushes. You could see that they are all still dormant. I do not see any flower buds on them just yet. And as you could see, their leaf color is still has that brownish pigment to it, which means that they're still sleeping as it's winter season here. So here we are. So this is the walkway to my front door, you guys. So here I have a row of 6 boxwood bushes. We trim them in the fall and we keep them to maximum of 3.5 feet high. They are nice and green. You could see they're loving the sunny location over here. So right behind them, you could see some spring bulbs, daffodil and tulips, which already sprouted from the ground. Over here, more. So let's come this way. I have more bulbs over here. You could see my huge, beautiful rhododendron bush. It is full of new buds, you guys. So this beauty will bloom this lilac purple, like fuchsia color, very soon for us. Look how beautiful it is. So the brown that you see over there, that is winter freezing temperature damage that happened a few weeks ago when our temperatures went up to higher 50s and the plant thought that it's springtime and it's time to start blooming, and unfortunately got a little frostbite when the temperature started to go down again. But it's okay. We have plenty more of these beautiful, look at these buds. Can't wait to see this gorgeous beauty bloom. So right in front of it, I have my hydrangea bushes. Look at these. I have one. Look at this big guy. It's huge. Everything has been pruned again in the fall. Of course, it is still dormant, but this guy is really big. I have another one right next to it. Look at all these buds, you guys. Look at all these buds. We're going to see some new growth very soon. So under them, I have more of my spring bulbs. So the tulips, the hyacinths. Look at this, guys. Guys, look at this. Look, it came up. Look at it. It's ready, almost ready to bloom. And here, these guys, these green little leaves over here, that is my white creeping phlox flower plant. So I have multiple of these phlox flowers over here. I have one. I have two right next to it. I have three over there. And one more over here, you guys. Here I have more of my established grown hydrangea plants. Look at this one. This one is growing like crazy, you guys. Again, still dormant. Here I have my rose. It's a yellow colored rose. Pruned back, fresh buds forming right there. You see the pink, the burgundy pink right there? Those are new buds. Of course, I have my huge climbing rose over there right by my dining room window. Still also dormant. This beauty gives us these blush colored pink flowers. So here we are, guys. We are in front of my house. So this area is between our two driveways, and I like to call this area my rose garden area because I did plant many roses here. Also, I have my Molly butterfly bushes over here. You could still see the growth from last year. Still very dormant. I do not see any new leaf growth. This is all from last year. I have my ornamental tall grass, which has been pruned back last fall. So I have two of these. No new growth just yet as well. Very dormant. I have more of the Molly butterfly bushes. Again, they're all very different. Some bloom for me in fuchsia colors. Some bloom, look at these big guys, in these deep, almost like midnight dark purple colors. So these bushes, I would say at this point, like this one in the middle, it is at least 6 feet tall. So is this guy over here. Look at that. Huge. Again, still dormant. I have my rose trees over here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Prune them back in the fall. No new growth yet, but they did give me new buds. It's very sunny over here. So this is a full sun area, you guys. I'm trying to get the best angle that I can to show you all of these new pink colored burgundy buds. Those will be all my new leaves. Same with this guy over here. You could see the new buds have formed. So as I walk this way, so around my driveway, more of the huge tall Molly butterfly bushes. So again, my hosta over here, dormant, very dormant. Let's see over here. I have my sedum growing here. You could see I pruned them back. So the brown over here, you could see the cut branches over here from last year. The green is the new growth, you guys. Another one over here. Look at that new growth. So more of my Molly butterfly bushes. Me and my husband love these. That guy over there in the far, That's at least 7-foot tall Molly butterfly bush. So finally, we came here to my roses. Look at this, you guys. Pruned back, beautiful rose plant. Over here too, you could see all the new pink buds have formed. Over here, beautiful. Look at this Molly butterfly bush. Huge, 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 huge. Some more roses, I'm sure you could see them. And all that green growth are my spring bulbs, you guys. Look, all these tulips. Some are early bloomers, some are mid-season bloomers, some are late bloomers. I also have my daffodils over here. So they're daffodils, iris, and tulips, of course, different varieties of each. Here are my peonies. You could see cut back, still dormant, but you could see the new growth, the new eyes already came up for this growing season. I have my beautiful lilac trees, one over here, one in the middle, and one over here. So these guys I planted from bare roots about 2 years ago. Look at these buds. Fresh buds for the spring, you guys. More tulips. These are my day lilies. Also came up. That's brand new green growth. I have my beautiful hydrangea plant right here. This one is a deep blue color. Still dormant. More of the beautiful tulips. These are getting pretty tall. We have our different varieties of daffodil over here in this corner. So as you could see, all the spring bulbs are coming right up. Guys, that is lily of the valley. Look at this. Look at this beautiful green center over here, you guys. It already came up and blooming. So more of my hyacinths. So these are my perennials. I have my echinacea over here. Over here, I have my Russian sage over here. Pruned back, still very, very dormant. Plenty more of my spring bulbs. Again, my huge, huge rhododendron bushes. So this one is just ginormous. Full of new buds. And another one of my azalea bushes, still dormant. So this area has a lot of black-eyed Susans growing, echinacea, Russian sage. That's all in the summer. But in the spring, it is mainly filled with spring bulbs, you guys. All of them came right up. So here is my dogwood tree. You could see no leaves or growth just yet. There are buds though. You could see the buds right over here. So again, this is the persimmon tree, which we sprayed together a few days ago. Again, no growth just yet, very dormant. Next is my peach tree. Yes, you guys, remember we sprayed my peach tree down as well? Plenty of new buds. Just no growth yet. This is my gorgeous white colored crepe myrtle tree. I love how the trunk, look what happens to its trunk in the winter. It turns this bi-color. It's like a mix of rust and this like taupe color. Look at this crepe myrtle, you guys. Beautiful trunk color in the winter. Here we are. Yes, so we are on this corner area of my home. Look at this iris. Came up and already bloomed for me. So here I have 3 azalea bushes. So that's 1. And by the way, these are beautiful white colored blooms. So I have 1 azalea here, a pink, deep pink hydrangea bush, and a white rhododendron. So I have 3 of each. So here you could see I have the hydrangea, is a Molly butterfly bush right over there, azalea, rhododendron. So this, as you go like in a semicircle kind of way, another hydrangea, my campagna pot, which I fill with beautiful flowers every season, which I grow myself from seed. So right now there are no flowers inside the pot, of course, as the temperature is still on the cooler side, but I will start filling this pot with beautiful flowers very, very soon. So again, another azalea, another rhododendron, another hydrangea, and azalea and rhododendron. So here behind my campagna pot, I have my 3 hydrangea trees. 1, 2, 3. These are lime light hydrangea trees. And behind them over there is another mature, established rhododendron. So these trees, when they bloom, this white / lime color, oh my god, it's beautiful. The tree looks like a big, I don't know, like cotton candy. Just white / green cotton candy. But the blooms are amazing in the summer. And on the ground, so on the perimeter, on the outer perimeter, you can see I have all my spring summer bulbs. They all came up. You have your tulips, more tulips over here, some daffodils starting to come up, more daffodil, more tulips. These guys are way larger. I think this is the earlier variety. So here is more daffodil. Look guys, this one already has the flower buds in it. The iris, look at this. Basically the whole perimeter is filled with spring bulbs. So in the same area, just on the other side, I have the 2 daisies over here. That's 1 and 2. You could see all the green, fresh growth. This is from this season. Again, more daffodils, more tulips. You could see those clearly. Then I have the peony, you guys. Yes, right there are the new eyes of my peony. And here we are in my backyard garden. So this is my blueberry garden. So all of my blueberries, you could see them here, the more mature bushes are still very much dormant. And then this big guy in the middle with all these buds, that is my gooseberry bush. It is still dormant, no leaves. Here are those baby blueberries that we planted together from bare roots. I have my raised garden beds. Most of them are still empty. As you could see, I prepped the soil back last fall, and they're still empty. I have my tall grass over here, still dormant, pruned back. Here in these 2 garden beds, you could see the green stalks. That is my garlic, you guys. I have 3 different varieties of garlic growing here since last September. So they've been sitting in the soil the whole late fall and winter, and they're growing beautifully. This bed over here has our strawberries. Remember, we did the video together planting strawberries from bare root. You could see our strawberry plants over there. They're still dormant. Here's my gorgeous crepe myrtle, also still in dormancy. I have my hydrangea trees right over here. You could see the buds, the flowers from last year's growth. So these are also still dormant. If you come over here, you could see I have a whole row of azalea bushes. These are gorgeous, you guys, in the spring. Still dormant. Nothing happening here. Over here, I have my huge on this trellis. I have 2 blue pots. Each pot has a climbing rose in it. Oh my goodness, you guys, you see I pruned them? On top, I pruned every single branch. I cannot tell you how quick and how abundant these roses grow. So right now, as you could see, still dormant, but plenty of new buds for the next growing season. And on this side of my backyard, you could see I have a weeping cherry tree, which will start showing leaves very soon. I have my spring flower bulbs on the bottom, which already sprouted. A huge rhododendron. More azalea bushes over here on the bottom by the light. I have a huge established hydrangea. This one is beautiful, deep, almost like a purple color. It's like a deep raspberry / purple. More azalea over here. And I tell you guys, when they start blooming all at one time, the pop of color that I get over here in my backyard is just insane. Another hydrangea over here, right by this bird bath. And look at this monster over here. This hydrangea, you guys, I will add a picture of this hydrangea with this video to show you what it looks like when it blooms in the summer. The flowers are ginormous. Each flower doesn't even fit in the palm of my hand. And it's this deep blue color, you guys. It is absolutely gorgeous. And on this side of the house, I have my new garden space that we just finished building about a month ago. I call this area my south side garden, as it is on the south side of my home. You could see the boxwoods over here. I have 8 of them planted. Here is the garden space. I made videos before showing you this gorgeous new garden. So this garden is in a full sun area. Again, basically this area gets 8 or more hours of sunlight a day. So far, I have only different varieties of raspberry growing in this garden. The jewel purple raspberry, the Latham red raspberry, my Anne yellow raspberries, my Caroline raspberry, a bunch of my established heritage raspberry bushes. Remember, we pruned them down together with you guys in a previous video. These are all heritage raspberry. And I have more of the heritage raspberry red that I'm growing from bare roots. Look at this, you guys. It's very sunny in this area, but I don't know if you could see. It's basically a new bud, already developing new raspberry bud. This is a very, very sunny, bright garden space.